morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this. I hope that time is wonderful. Thank you so much to the subscribers. I am grateful, I am humble. If you have not, please subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell so that you can get notified anytime I upload a new video. Like and share. And please don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Today the weather has been so nice and I decided to vlog from outside. So I apologize if you can hear some background noise. I am so sorry. I'm just focused on me. I bet I'll be louder than that noise. So I discovered I was pregnant 2 weeks or 3 weeks after relocating back to Kenya. So what happened is my menses were late and I took a test, the over-the-counter test, the 50 bob test, and it turned out positive. So I did not tell my husband because I was planning a surprise for him. So I wanted to come up with an idea of how to surprise him and all that. So what happened, I was looking for ideas and also searching for a gynecologist who I'll be seeing. I wanted to start my prenatals. So one day I was in town running some errands and I started feeling funny. So I saw a clinic opposite Kenya Archives. It's called Bliss. I'm not sure if it's still there, but it was there. And one of the services that they offer was ultrasound. So I walked in, requested for one, and I only paid 900 Kenya shillings and got the ultrasound. So in the room, a guy came in, did the ultrasound, and he looked shocked. So he looked at me and questioned me, do you have any history of twins in your family? I told him no. What about your husband's family? I told him no too, they don't have. So I asked him, what are you seeing? Can I see what you're seeing? So he turned the screen to face me and I was able to see what he was seeing. So I saw these 4 foreign bodies. They were not foreign since 3 turned out to be my triplets. So I could see 4 things. I don't know what to call them. So he went out, came in with another guy. The guy did an ultrasound, looked at the picture, and what he told me, he also questioned me the same thing. Do I have an history of twins or more? So what happened? I told him no. So he told me, now what we can see 3 sacs and 1 cyst. And he explained to me that a cyst might diminish when the pregnancy progresses, or it might not. So I need to get that checked. 2, the sacs, he doesn't want to say that they are viable or they're not. So what he suggested I do is that I come back after a month for another ultrasound. So I took the test and walked out. So I went and had lunch with my husband. I showed him the test. He looked and also saw 4 things and he was like, are you expecting 4 babies? I'm like, no, 1 is a cyst. So 3, I told him, maybe, we are not sure. And I was like, that's okay. I'm like, is that how you react? Yeah, that's God's plan. We can't deny. I was like, okay, no problem. So that happened, and so I kept feeling funny. So I really needed to see a doctor, but I was not even sure that I'm pregnant with multiples, because the clinic, the Bliss clinic, was not even sure. I will insert a picture of, I think, yeah, of the ultrasound. So after that, 2 weeks, I don't know if it was 2 or 1 week down the line, I was so nervous. I will not hold it any longer. Like, I could not. It was too much for me. I just needed to know what was happening. So I went to Google and searched the best ultrasound picture or clinic or place I'll find that will give me the best and accurate pictures for my for ultrasound. So what popped up was Vital Ray. It's in Upper Hill. So I decided I'll go there. So after 1 week I went, and this time I used my husband's card to pay. And he called me. It's like, what the hell are you doing with my card? What have you just paid 4,000 for? I'm like, an ultrasound? Like, I thought you did one a week ago. Yes, and why are you doing another one? Because I just want to be sure. But they said you need to wait a month. I'm like, it's too much. A month? Too much. Hell no. I can't just wait a month to know if I'm expecting more than one baby or not. So I did the ultrasound, and for real, the cyst had diminished. It was almost gone, and then the sac were viable, and we will actually hear the heartbeat. I'm telling you, I laid on that bed for like 10 minutes after my ultrasound, still thinking and hoping, and I don't know if I wanted it to be true, if I wanted it to be a lie, but it was too much information for me to just hold it. I don't know, I cried. It was too much. And what I did, I called my sister. I told my sister, and I told her, you need to shush, don't tell anybody about this. It was too much. I just needed time to let it sink that, girl, you're having 3 sacs with that, which are viable, and you might have triplets. I'm telling you, that 1 week after that test, I was so confused. I was so happy. I was so, I don't know, I actually cannot explain how I felt after knowing that for sure the 3 sacs were viable. I don't know how to explain that feeling. So 1 week later, I started researching multiples in Kenya. I could not find any YouTube channel that talked about multiples in Kenya. I ended up finding families from abroad that talked about multiples, triplets, quadruplets, quintuplets, whatever. Yeah. So I could not find any. So I remembered Divina. She's a mom of quads. So I went on Facebook, searched for her, sent her a message, and she gave me a number. I gave her my number, and we talked. She actually referred me to a doctor in Aga Khan, and also referred me to a group of multiple moms. And this group really helped me because they gave me ideas, they gave me options of doctors to choose from. Do you know? And before my 3 months, I saw this doctor, and one doctor was telling me I need to do a fetal reduction. Just imagine that. Do a fetal reduction. A fetal reduction is whereby you reduce the fetus so that you can have like 2 or 1 that you're sure will go up to term. But the risk also of losing the pregnancy is high. It's not like I will be certain that, oh, okay, sure, let's do this so that I can have twins. No. So this was just a doctor I saw. So that's why I went into looking for a doctor who is more aware of multiples, who has dealt with multiple pregnancies and all that. So the group that I was in, actually most of them gave me ideas and suggestions, and I ended up settling for a doctor in Upper Hill Medical Center, Dr. Dagana. He was good, but I'm telling you, the women who see that doctor, are crazy. So many. My husband will have to get up in the morning, maybe by 7 be in town, book me an appointment for around 2, because he'll start seeing patients at 2, for around 2, so that later at 2 I will go. That was crazy. So he that's what we had to do, so that I can get an appointment. And they had a number, I think a maximum of 30 people who can book appointment to see the doctor that particular day. So you need to be on time so that you can be slotted in to see the doctor. So the first time I went in, I saw the doctor. I saw Dr. Gadana. He was actually great, and he was more aware of what happens in multiple pregnancies, the risk and whatever, because now my pregnancy was not just classified as a normal pregnancy or a multiple pregnancy, but it was now, you know, when you have twins, they classify it as it's not normal, but it's a multiple pregnancy, yes. But now when you have triplets and more going upward, that's a high risk pregnancy. So I was classified in that. I had high risk pregnancy. So I went in, saw the doctor, and all was okay. My babies were doing great, everything was fine. I was actually okay. I will not say I was apart from the morning sickness, everything else was fine. And now there's something called cervical stitching or McDonald's stitch. If you are a woman out there who is expecting multiples, you are at risk of miscarriage, because sometimes our cervix are made to hold only one fetus, and when you're